Hey there, I want to talk today with y'all about anniversaries, feeling all your feelings, and how my systems keep me sane. As always, I have some notes that I'm going to look at while I share with you today to keep me on track. But all this to say that October has been pretty tough for me the past couple of years. And the last couple of weeks of September have been pretty tough for me as well. You see, I got married on October 5th of 2002 to my high school sweetheart. And while we did not have a family, we did not have kids, we have two dogs, and we built a life together, and we built a family of friends together. And we got a divorce last year. And so this past October, October 5th of this year, was the second anniversary since we separated, and the first anniversary since our divorce in December of last year. And, I kind of thought that it was going to be maybe a little bit easier this year when it came up to that time frame. But it wasn't. This second year since our separation was just as hard. Starting near the end of September, I started to feel that kind of buildup of feelings, but I didn't know what they were. I was having some low energy. I was kind of just feeling tense, and my energy just shifted, and I was tired. And finally, I realized that I was sad. I was really sad about the loss of what I hoped we would have together, and the loss of the dream that we had built around being together, and the life that we had built together. And it takes time and energy to feel all of those feelings. And so I needed to take some time. So when I finally realized what was going on, I let myself take some of that downtime that I needed to take care of myself. And, that meant that some things weren't really getting done. But the thing is, I knew what wasn't getting done. And here's why. Because the past 2 years, I have been perfecting. And I'm saying perfecting because I really should say progressing, because I believe in progress over perfection. But I've been really working on creating my system that helps me stay on track. It's my work-life productivity system is what I call it. You see, when you decide to turn your life upside down and start all over again, it's really helpful to have a system, to keep track of everything. So especially with all the newness in my life, right? The divorce itself, going through that process and understanding that process, attorneys, and moving into a condo and figuring out all the stuff I had to figure out with the HOA there, and getting all that set up, and new bank accounts and new credit cards, and all that stuff, new health insurance, and navigating that in a very different way than I have before, new financial planner, moving twice. There was a lot that was going on, and I felt like I was drinking from a fire hose. But the thing is, I had been introduced to the C-Core model from David Allen's book, Getting Things Done, years before. And up until my separation, I had kind of this half-assed version of the C-Core model in place. And let me tell you real quick what C-Core stands for. So C-Core, it's an acronym, so C-C-O-R-E, and it's capture, clarify, organize, reflect, and engage. And capture stands for, is all about collecting whatever has your attention. And clarify is the process is to process what that means. That thing that has your attention, process what it means to you and determine if there's any action required. And organize is about putting that action where it belongs and putting things where they belong. And then reflecting is all about reviewing the system that you have set up to do all of this. Engage is all about simply doing. So I had my own version of the C-Core model, kind of implemented in my life. But as I said, once I hit that choice to separate from my husband at the time, life just kind of went crazy. There just was a lot to figure out. And so what happened kind of organically, actually, was I put in a much better version of the C-Core model and really implemented it in my life. And what it did is it helped me stay really focused and productive in the midst of emotional, relational, and logistical upheaval in my life. And so what was really surprising to me or impressive to me is that having the system in place helped me grow my business in that first year, where I had, like I said, separated, moved into a new place, moved into another new place. That was just a year where I just wanted to maintain my business and just take really good care of my existing clients and just hope to not go backwards. But instead, I actually grew my income in that first year after leaving my marriage. And then this year, I've grown again. And I really attribute that growth to my system, because having it in place has allowed me to really focus on what's most important to me, what I most want to move forward, while also managing all the other demands in my life and in my world. So so there's that part of it where I've had the growth, but then where it's also been helpful, as you kind of caught on to by now, is it's been helpful when these milestones hit. These milestones of wedding anniversaries and birthdays and holidays and friend traditions that we have, where we got to navigate all that stuff. And there's a lot of emotion around all that stuff, where I just sometimes need to take time for myself. And when I do that, I have my system there that will help hold everything till I'm ready to engage with those things again. And it helps me know what's not getting done for sure, so I can make a choice about what's not getting done and make choices about the things that I do need to get done anyway, because we all know there's some things we just got to get done anyway. But it helps me make good choices about taking care of my energy, as well as moving things forward that I want to move forward when my energy is drained, quite frankly. Let me also say that my system isn't everything, right? It's definitely not everything. I have a wonderful network of emotional and professional support in the form of an amazing girlfriend, my sister and her wife, my mom, my best friend, a wonderful circle of friends, my therapist, coaches that I work with. I have all of those people in place. I'm really grateful for all of that. And I'm grateful that I've invested the time and energy and sometimes expense in building out a system that's going to support my dreams and my aspirations and my purpose when I'm feeling like I have this kind of energy, but it's also going to support me and my sanity when the hard stuff hits, when the storms of life just strike. So I want you to think about what you would be willing to invest to create that for yourself. I think it's important that we invest in ourselves and give ourselves every opportunity to have the kinds of life that the life that we want to have. So I would love to know what helps you when the storms of life hit, when it comes to something that keeps you on track enough to keep your life, your world, your business, your family, whatever it is going. Obviously, in addition to your friends and family and other professionals that might be out there supporting you. And also know that I'm here for you. I'm here for you if you need help creating your system that will hold you when you need to be held, and that will support you, and that can be your platform that you stand on when you have the energy to go out there and grow something and create something and do something in the world. So that's all for today. I look forward to seeing you next time I decide to go live. Have a good one, everybody. Take care.